Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So I figured I'd do something a little different this evening and show you guys what it looks like at nighttime in each of these SUVs. So we've got the 2020 Land Cruiser Heritage Edition here, the 2020 4Runner TRD Pro, and then of course the 2013 FJ Cruiser Trail Teams on the end there. So I just want to give you guys a look at, how it lights up and get a good idea what the headlights look like up against the garage door here. But yeah, nothing too crazy, but just a different look. So we'll hop in the Land Cruiser first. So right when you walk in, you are greeted with a well-lit entryway with the Land Cruiser light up. You have door lights, floor lighting, and of course the dome lights are set to come on right now. We'll hop in and we'll fire it up. Just push the start. So a pretty sleek gauge cluster, if you ask me. Definitely like it. High resolution. The center stack there is high resolution, of course, analog, both for the RPM gauge and the miles per hour there. So everything is, I think, set to medium high for brightness. So it definitely is pretty bright right now. As you can see, all of the buttons are pretty well lit. Good illumination across. I think every single button is lit up. And I like that it's all standardized too. The same light blue for everything. Looks good. One thing that is kind of unique is the floor does remain lit up even as you're driving, which is kind of unique. I'm sure you could turn it off, but I kind of like it. The door handles also have a small minor light underneath that remains lit up as you drive. Same goes for the steering wheel. So all of the buttons are lit up on here as well. So I would argue really good lighting all across the board. That is the headlights out there over the hood. That is the standard. You can adjust them a little bit up and down, but right now I think you're right in the middle of where we normally are. I'll turn on the brights real quick. So not a whole lot, just because we are really close to the garage door there, so not much of a difference, of course. But if you're looking out over a field or something, it of course would be much brighter. One other thing I'll show you before I hop on to the 4Runner is the reverse. So this is what, when you put in reverse, it's kind of what the nighttime visibility looks like. So not bad. But once we get into the 4Runner, you'll see that it is better. One thing that's cooler about this is the fact that we have this little, see if I can show it to you. We have that view button right there. And when we press that, yeah, we can filter through each of the different views, each of the different cameras surrounding the Land Cruiser here. So we'll click through a couple more. So it really looks like you just have the two there on the sides there, and then the one out front, out back, and then the over top 360 view. So still kind of cool, and that is definitely nice to have, especially if you do what this vehicle is intended for. You're going off-roading, you can utilize that the best you can and try to avoid getting into super sticky situations or damaging your bumpers and whatnot, right? For us, we've only used it as far as making sure we're not bumping into stuff into the garage as we're squeaking in there, admittedly. So kind of cool there with the hood. As you guys know, it kind of goes that little dip in the hood there. I think it looks pretty cool. It's a nice sight to look over. But yeah, so there you have it. There's the Land Cruiser. We'll turn it off. We'll jump over to the 4Runner. Got these buttons down here. Everything is totally lit up. Alrighty. Hop in this guy. Good thing about Wyoming is, well, it's pitch black. It's pitch black across the street there. So that's kind of nice. I'm sure we'll miss that here in a second, living in Seattle. All right, so we're not welcomed by any cool door sill lighting or anything like that. A standard yellow bulb, standard bulb lighting for the dome lights. And really that's about it. I mean, the center stack comes on. We'll go ahead and hit the brake. And similar, we'll hit the push to start. So I had this one set a little dimmer because it is so dark in here, I can't actually turn it up. So there you have it, is set pretty low at the moment. Unlike the Land Cruiser, the 4Runner's steering wheel is in memory set, so it doesn't, you know, telescope out and downward toward me like the Land Cruiser does. But small potatoes. There's a home screen. Click through here. Like I mentioned, this does have Apple CarPlay, so which I think the Land Cruiser should absolutely have that at this point, but it's neither here or there. If that is my biggest gripe about it, I think we have it okay. And then you got your clock up here, and then your top stack that has, you know, your crawl control, your center lift lock, traction control, yada yada. It's kind of nice. Then looking over the hood, of course, you got that little 4Runner fake hood scoop, which is always nice to see. I do like that, I'm being honest. But yeah, pretty well lit. These are the aftermarket LEDs I put in, so these are a little bit brighter than what you would get out of a stock 4Runner TRD Pro, because you get, like I mentioned before, you get the normal yellow lights, if you will, not these LEDs. Then I'll turn the brights on, and as you see, there's a difference there. The brights I left them with the standard bulbs, so you can see the difference right there, the yellow and the white lights, if you will. So, but yeah, no, similar to the Land Cruiser, and I don't really know if it's going to come up as pretty faint, but yeah, you do have the steering wheel. All the steering wheel buttons do light up as well, all across the board. Sorry guys, I know it's pretty dark actually. But yeah, so there's the view, which is pretty sleek. So no complaints here. I do like the usability of this system over the Land Cruiser, if I'm being honest. Just, you know, with the temperature, the fan adjustments, everything right here, very simple to use, and I like that. I mean, it's not FJ Cruiser simple, but you know, still very intuitive, of course. So, and then you got your gear selector down here, and then your heated seats are right there. Those lines right there. But yeah, there you have it. We'll pop out of this guy and we'll jump in the FJ and call it a night. So you get the door lights as well. Nothing too crazy. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you guys can hear that little buzz, each of the aftermarket LEDs have a little mini fan within them, and they cool down, they kind of cool themselves off so they don't overheat, which is kind of unique. And we'll hop in the FJ if we can unlock it first. Okay, well, looking pretty dark in here so far. All right, we'll fire it up here. FJ over here. Shut the door here. all the orange is coming on thick right now. 2001 call, they want their designs back. So this is so simplistic. Let me actually get it going here. So simplistic. It's like the 2000, I guess 1995 to 2010 BMW orange lighting everywhere over here. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're a BMW fan at all. But I think it looks good, and like I've mentioned probably a dozen times by now, I really do like how simplistic all of this is. You know, just move the knobs around. Everything is just so easy to use. You don't have to look away from the wheel while you're driving on the freeway at night for long just to see what you're doing and seeing what you're adjusting. It's a gear selector in 4-wheel drive. Can't really see that. But yeah, here's the gauge cluster. I do like this. I really like the white backgrounds here. I think it looks very simple, very sleek. I'll tell you what, guys, I don't use the word sleek in real life ever, but when I re-watch these videos I tend to say it 100 times. So, but no, I really like this. And there is what it looks like over the hood with the standard bulbs, of course, non-LED. So not bad. We'll turn on the brights. Those definitely appear to do a little bit more work than the others at close distance, much higher. But yeah. So there you have it, guys. And same with the other two. The steering wheel does have buttons that light up in that same orange as the center here. Okay. Well, I think we can wrap up the video there. I think you guys get the hint. Actually, you know what? I am going to do one more thing for you guys. I'm going to show you. This might be overkill. But I'm going to show you. I'll show you the backs. I'm going to show you the fronts. Got these little mirror lights, which are pretty unique. Fire up the 4Runner 2 real quick. Back end. And the Land Cruiser. Definitely love that on the Land Cruiser. I love this strip right here, this LED strip. So you guys have heard me say I don't like the tail lights on the Land Cruiser. I stand by that. However, I do like the look of it when it's lit up at night. I think that looks pretty awesome. Or should I say sleek? I think that looks great. Alrighty guys, well, I'm gone and made a long video again for you, but thought I'd show you something different. I hope you guys appreciate this, and if you do, feel free to leave me a comment below and like and subscribe as always. Appreciate your watch. Until next time.